Hi my lovelies. So this is, and hopefully I say it right, it's Journal 18 and it is Jardin des Papillons, Garden of the Butterflies or Butterfly Garden. She has on her cover lots of paper flowers. These are made from polymer clay. All of these ones in here. There's a couple of little hidden butterflies here and here. And she's on really old music paper, and I just did the title, and this is a metal frame. So, and then she's ring bound, and on the back I've just put pattern paper decoupaged over a beautiful rose image, and she opens just with that key there and that little loop, and that's elasticated so you could still fit more in and potentially change the book rings. And look at her sandwichy goodness. I just love that. That's my favourite part of every journal. So if we open her up, this here is made from a pianola roll, and on the beginning of the pianola rolls it has where you actually connect it onto the player piano. So I've just made a little folder out of that. That one there is just to put something in. It's got a little window there. And this journal has so many goodies in it. That is an old sanitarium card from 1972, vintage. The inside of that has a map from a atlas of France, and just a little journaling card to write on with a pretty little image, some vintage paper from the pocket reckoner. And now I've been told that some people choose to pause that and read them, so I'm just going to make sure that if it is a genuine piece of ephemera postcard with writing on it, that I show the whole thing in the screen. The August garden needs attention. That is from the Girls Own. That is old, but I couldn't honestly tell you how old because I could not find the date on it, but it is completely falling apart. So either it wasn't well looked after or it is really old. So that just, and that does undo as well if you needed to, but it just slips in there just as easy. On this side, just got some vintage buttons and a little tuck spot, some embroidered flower from an old handkerchief, some lace and bits and pieces collaged. That's genuine old writing from a doctor's notes notepad that I got, and that is an original stamp, lino cut that I have carved and stamped and mixed mediaed onto there. This journal could be almost a sister of Arabella. They're very similar, and I had to go back to my neutrals. Now this was such a find. So in the Salvation Army shop, Opportunity shop in Palmerston North, I found a roll of wallpaper, and I didn't even know this existed, that is, yes, I'm sure you recognise the writing and the picture, modelled off Edith Holden's Country Collection book. So this here is a genuine piece of that wallpaper from that collection. So you can do whatever you want with that, and I just popped a page in there because there's that really recognisable writing in there. And on this side I've just got a flip that I've printed onto acetate. That reminds me, we used to have an encyclopedia set when I was a child, and they were Britannicas, and they had writing space. They had 3 pages, 4 pages in a row like that were the human muscle and skeletal system, and you could flip through. I used to love those. Just brings back a fond memory. That is genuine from a copy of the Voyager from about 1950 that my friend Caroline sent me all the way from France. It's a magazine, and I think it's about animals, travels, insects, natural history, and you could put something in there if you wanted to hide something. I haven't put anything in there, but there you can see the butterflies. Papillon, that's I think how you say it. And just a little with a gel printed leaf there. Some more writing space, an old vintage doily. I haven't coffee stained or tea dyed that. That is as it is. And just a little tuck spot there with a page out of an address book from the 1940s and some paper to write on, and then you've got more writing space there as well. Over here I have embossed this part of the butterfly and cut an extra part. You've got a little spot for writing in there, and then you have some more writing space there. It's just a mixed media, gold ink, drawing ink, white embossing, and some watercolour with some collaged old papers underneath. Have a little charm there, dangle that I created over this page. Just got a little teeny tiny card, playing card there. Another one of those journaling cards that I made. The gorgeous little image on it. Genuine photo from Palmerston North. That is taken from our square. That building is still there, but at the moment it is derelict, and I think it needs to be fixed or demolished because it is an earthquake risk. Another couple of genuine sanitarium collector cards. What's that one? 1975 and 1972. Up here, just a pocket. And I didn't put anything in there yet. That is just made out of some vintage wallpaper. And over here, postcard. I find it really hard to read other people's writing, which is strange for a teacher, but my students don't use cursive anymore. So if they use print, I can just about read anything. That is an image printed onto encyclopedia paper and then waxed, and Rochelle's got an excellent tutorial on how to do that. So just pop it between 2 sheets of baking or parchment paper and sprinkle some wax onto whatever paper you want and close the parchment paper over it and iron. This is the cutout that inspired the name of the journal. So butterflies, and it was from that same magazine from the 1950s. Got some writing space there, little cluster there. Can't remember if I left it as a tuck spot. No, just a cluster. Over here we've got a envelope from 1951 and lots of goodies in here. Some old ledger paper, and when's that from? Maybe the letter inside will tell me. 1953, and there's a letter in there to read at your leisure. So there'd be lots of, you could spend a little bit of time just looking through this journal with a cup of tea or coffee. That is just from an old book, The First Butterflies. And then over here I've done a resined butterfly, made some paper flowers and sewn beads into them, and just made a cluster on a gel printed background. This is done with Tim Holtz distress sprays and stamping. And that's just a little tuck. That's another lino cut stamp that I made. And just a little tag. Rust coffee tea dye, tea stained paper. That's genuine. All of this is genuine aging on there. Some more old ephemera. Receipt from 1943. Some more ledger paper to write on. And another postcard from, would that be 1907? This is again from the Girl's Own book. Some writing space. I've got another tuck pocket there. This is the same paper that I used on the front cover, so you can see I haven't aged that. That is the way it came. All of this beautiful aging around the outside, and it's very brittle, so that's why I Mod Podged the front cover to protect it. And another genuine old postcard. 1925. Writing space. This was interesting. Well, so there's a recipe for bacon and egg pie that is from a school. I managed to get those from. This is a Chemists to the Late Queen Victoria prescription. Genuine, of course. 1942. I've never seen one of those before, and I have not got any more. Hope you're enjoying this one. She was a joy to make. More writing space. That is from a children's encyclopedia. Again, very old, those books. And on there I've just resined some little 3D flowers. Writing space. And that's just from a French English dictionary with Jardin and Papillons. Pianola roll paper. More writing space. this whole thing here that I've been going through is its own little journal pretty much. I wanted to make sure there was a space in here that did have a lot of space for writing, so easily obviously take this one out so that you can write in it and then pop it back in. Just some pretty paper there with another little butterfly. Little tuck spot there, just with some coffee dyed index card and a genuine old greeting card. That there is gel printed as well, and that was me pressing our kakabek flower, which is native to New Zealand. It's red and it's got these beautiful beak shaped flowers. It was actually, I took a photo of it in my last journal. That was in Scarlet, the red one. So over here, just a couple of genuine little cigarette cards. This one is waxed, the white part of a napkin, and I've just stamped on that a butterfly and metamorphosis. Excuse that noise, it's just my cat deciding to go out the window. Got a little bookmark there, little envelope, and that one I've waxed as well, just with a little bit of coffee dyed note paper in there at the moment. Some cotton rag paper. I've been told that you can tell it's cotton rag by holding it up to the light, and you can see the lines in it. And another old postcard. Now, I hope I didn't miss any pockets so far, because I did page pockets in between as well. Otherwise we're going to be missing a whole heap of cool ephemera. So I'll just double check. No, I don't think I have as of yet, but there is one here. So in here, $1955 Union Steamship Company, genuine old receipt, and that's just received for petty cash, genuine as well, vintage, and that was another one of the lino cuts that I've done and stamped on there. Another windy day in New Zealand, but I've done my best to try to ensure I have stuffed some cardboard into the side of my windows so that they don't bang as much as they usually do. Just a little set of keys there and a nice glass bead, and on that side of the pocket there's just a little bead dangle. And here the greeting card, and this is from the Leisure Hour 1862 or 02 and it's just got a little cool little story in there for you to have a read of, but also a really beautiful image. Over here, this is one of my etchings, and in here just a really big journaling card that you could write on the back of that I've added lace to her dress. And that's just waxed pattern paper. Over this side, just a music paper flower that I made, card that Margaret gave me. That one's not genuine, it's just cool, just to be used as ephemera. That's a genuine catalogue card. And up there you've got a really gorgeous image, I loved that. Just so that you could write on the back of. Over here, just a tuck spot with some applique and some die cut leaves that I cut from the rust coffee stained paper, and just a gift card with a little bit of gift tag, a little bit of writing space on the back of. And I love this image of the garden. This could definitely be where the garden of butterflies is. And that one is blank, so you could journal on the back of that one. And just a little resined butterfly there. And a key. Pattern paper pocket that I've sewn. And in that pocket, that's a genuine birds collector card. And some paper to write on. And some rust coffee stained notebook paper. And here I've popped one of those really cool certificates of discharge that I got, which I find really interesting. There you go. Character for sobriety. Very good. It's from 1929. Genuine old Viewmaster reel. That one is of the Southern Alps in New Zealand, and I love this card too. It's so pretty. Over here, more genuine ephemera. And that one there is an advertisement. Those are from 1936, that page. Oh, 1938, sorry. Just some really cool advertising on there that you might want to use in your own journal. And we're almost at the end of this one, so that one just flips up and you could write on there. And in here we just have a genuine old library card. That one only goes back to 1991, but it is from my library at my school. Little piece of notepaper, and this is again from that same magazine from the 1950s. Just some interesting reading. Or you might want to, that's all in French, you might want to use that. Just got a stamp up there with Paris on it. And genuine vintage little button there. And last page, got a journaling card to write on there. And more goodies in here. So that one is a telegram, and I can't see the date on there, but it should be from about the early 40s again, because this was from Captain Goodrick. You might have seen that I've put a few letters to him from his wife Rita in there. That one's retirement gift benefit. He was born in 1897. There you go. Got amount of benefit $50. And That one's from Margaret. It's a nice sturdy card, that one. So yeah, lots of original ephemera in this one. And over here, just a belly band. It was pattern paper that I sewed and stitched, and then I have wrapped it with some mesh and fussy cut some butterflies. And this is the main way that I am labeling the number of my journals now. So it's just an etching with my initials, SA, Sara-Lee Armstrong, and this one's number 18, and it was made in 2024. And I've got a couple of pages here. Little added extra. Beautiful Jardin, and that one as well. From those monarch butterflies and their chrysalises. I thought that's really cool. That's my favourite insect. Praying mantises and stick insects. And then on the back I have just tied these to the ring so that the hinge part of the ring doesn't keep moving around and inhibiting you opening it from front to back. Well, that's her. I really hope that you've seen something in there that might have inspired you a little bit, or a new idea, or something that sparked something. That's why I love to post these, because that's why I love to watch everyone else's flip throughs. And yeah, until next time, that is Jardin de Papillons, and she will be on my website. That's how I am selling now. Just remember, if it does go up for sale, she's reserved at the moment for the next couple of days, but if she does go up for sale, make sure that you change the price drop down, because that will be in New Zealand dollars, and I think, well, if you're in the USA, it's about 3/4 less. I think it's 60 cents on the dollar, so it'll go down a lot if you use the drop down to your currency. Ours seems like a lot compared to your guys' value. So have an amazing rest of your weekend. It is Sunday here, and until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.